Something like that anyway. What's going on? I wonder how this stream quality is coming across on today's video. It's a hopefully not a too busy time of the day for internet traffic in the neighborhood. Beebs, Brett, what is going on? Yes. So this is a good example of, when you have a lot of stuff, you forget you have cool stuff. The Frankensteiner-caster. Man, this is old school weight relief, right? There. Can I take this off? No, there's like 3 screws on there. It'd be easy to take off, but I don't know if we're here to do that. Oh, there's some dry solder in there. Very nice. Needs a tune, but yeah, man, this thing's been butchered and rehacked back together. There was a big hole under here as well because the previous owner put a Carla on it, so it's got the Stetz bar on it. But man, it looks cool, right? It's got that like very late 70s tri sunburst thing. It's it's totally wild, Beebs. So what is this? This is a Les Paul Artist, so I'm sure a lot of people are aware of the Gibson RD Artist. Like if you like the band Ghost, that's what Ghost play, that RD shape. It's sort of like a smoothed out Explorer. And they didn't sell very well back in the day. So, Gibson did what every manufacturer does, which was like, hey, we've got all these onboard electronics. Let's stick them in one of our more popular guitars. So they had been removed when I got the guitar. There was a big hole in the top here because of the Carla. These originally had a volume control, a bass and a treble control, like active controls, and then there were 3 mini toggles on here to control like a compressor, expander, and a couple of other built-in effects on there. So I think Gibson had bought Moog Electronics and then stuck a bunch of Moog stuff in there. So yeah, there's that. But it's an interesting combo because it's multi-ply binding on the top, right? So like a Les Paul Custom, block inlays like a Les Paul Custom, but on the, obviously not a Les Paul Custom on the headstock, multiply binding on the headstock, but the neck is 5 pieces. Well, actually, probably 7 pieces because there's wings on the headstock, but it's maple and ebony. There's actually some really nice figuring in there. There's been stripped back. And then obviously, the giant cavity to hold all the old electronics in there. There's also like a tummy cut on here, like a very generous tummy cut. So no binding on the back. So it's interesting, right? It's almost a Les Paul Custom, almost a Les Paul standard ebony board. It's gloriously weird. It was really, really munted up when I got it, but Williams Guitars here in Perth did a refret on it and a plec, so it plays amazingly well. He also shaved the neck back because like the lacquer was kind of peeling away. So very, 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 very smooth and enjoyable on here. A cavity that has an echo, yeah. Hey, Michael Lenoff, what's up, man? Oh, dude, I'll get the JTG out in a second. You got one, right? They're pretty great, yeah. Munted up. Beeves understands this Anglo-Australian lingo that we've got going on. But yeah, this is a cool guitar. I should say as well, so the pickups, I've had a few different things in this guitar. The original pickups are long gone. No, they're probably in a box somewhere. Ugh, I don't even want to think about where. But it's weird. It's like loud. Acoustically, it's quite loud. I don't think the guitar is coming through. Yeah, because it's not plugged in. Don't worry. It's just the sound of the strings. And then the pickups are mate of mine in New Zealand, Mr. Glynn's pickups. So then that's a P90, and then that's a kind of hot PAF humbucker. But I love the design on there. Very, I don't know. Would you call that Art Deco? Something like that. Music of Dreamweaver. Hello from Norway. I'm transcribing Dream Theater at the moment. Notice you were on. Yeah, there you go. Here we are. What are you transcribing? One thing about stuff like Dream Theater is very hard to play, but played very cleanly. So often kind of straightforward to transcribe if you can slow it down. Even when it's plugged in, let's plug it in and see what we get. Where's me guitar sound over here? Oh, yeah, the tuner's on. You get that on the big jobs. Good, clean fun. Let's pop this one back. And there we go. Try not to rip my headphones off. Hopefully that will stay on the wall. There's wall hangers in this room. It's getting there. We're finally getting back to having absolute excess all over the walls. This is the JTG. Do I have the preamp on? I do. Also good, clean fun. Where are we in the chat? Is that a Meteora behind you? What happened with the basement setup? Yes, we moved. So this is I guess it's the not spare room. It's just a room in the house. So yeah, we bought a house at the end of last year, and it's been, it's an ongoing thing. You can probably hear the, there's some not so perfect resonances in this room that I need to do some treatment on, but getting there, which is kind of fun. Is that a Meteora? Yeah, well spotted. That's a very, very fun guitar. Looking at it, I was like, oh, it'll sound like a Telly with humbuckers, and it kind of does, and it kind of doesn't. It's got basically the same neck as the Strat Ultra that I've got, but it's very, very cool. The bass cut on it is like one of my favorite things. The man, the myth, the legend, Zach Wish. Hey, bro, how are you? What's keeping you busy? What isn't keeping you busy? I guess I've been seeing you traveling all over and doing the Premiere guitar thing as well, and pumping out amazing sounding videos. So if anyone watching this doesn't subscribe to Zach, you're missing out. Best tones on the tube, man. Session solos. I told Rich for the price, haven't played a better guitar than the JTG. I would agree. It's pretty amazing. I had a friend come around. Actually, Troy came around the other day, played a bunch of stuff, and like the two guitars that he was like, I really like these, were the Chilia, the semi right here, which is an amazing guitar. Charles is a master, and this. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Your favorite amp and favorite pedal ever? Ooh, good question. Let's maybe omit digital modeling from the equation. Well, I mean, like my favorite pedal, if it can only do effects, is probably the VP4, because I can do like 4 effects in there. But man, that's a good question. I think if it had to be a single function effect, get the distortion from the amp and have a delay. Those things will keep me happy. So at the moment, where is it? That amp is probably my favorite amp. It's a 79 JMP that's been modded by Headfirst. That amp down there, the Boogie Mark IV, is also up there as well. So I think, the Marshall doesn't have an effects loop. So the Boogie with, I don't know, like a Strymon Dig or a Boss SD3 in the loop, that'll keep me pretty happy. That'll keep me fired up. I think you have the remove background noise on in YouTube Live. This is removing a lot of the sound. Now, this is so frustrating, right? Because I am using a program called StreamYard, and it's been fine for so long, and the last couple of streams have just been terrible for sound quality and noise. Let's see. Has this... Oh, man. Yeah, cool, StreamYard. Just change the settings whenever you want, That'd be awesome. So, yeah. Everything is reset in here. No stereo audio. Echo cancellation is on. This sucks, man. Spend all this money on having something to stream, and it's just like, I'm just going to change the settings. Okay, hopefully this fixes it. My apologies, everybody. So let me just play some guitar, and you can let me know. How's that? Hopefully it's better. There you go. So it was StreamYard. I need to write myself a little note to check that every time I start a stream. Otherwise I'm sitting here going, and you guys are getting beep, bap, bap, bap. Cool. Full stereo, that's what we like. Zach, working on a few records, bunch of mixing work, upcoming summer tour with Seal. Man, the 5.1 mixing. Have you tried, I know that's a whole rabbit hole, but have you done any work with Atmos? Because I know a friend who was flirting with the idea of getting into an Atmos setup, and yeah, the costs involved and so many other things. But it seems like a really interesting thing. But 5.1 is pretty universal, right? That's been around for a long time. Great. What is my pedal setup? At the moment, I'm playing through the Axe FX, so no pedals. I've got their foot controller as well, so I can swap some stuff out, if I want some delay. on some lead delay. Ah. Ben Wilson's going to do a push-up for every Zach squeal. All right, mate. Bloody, you're going to get quite a pump this morning, aren't you? Man, Strats are cool. It's so funny, the preamp on this guitar. So there's a knob to control it and a switch to turn it on. Just having the boost at the minimum, but having the preamp on sounds so cool. Like on the bridge humbucker, I actually don't like it that much. So without it, kind of, I don't know, it takes out some of that top end squawk, which I really like. But if, like me, you enjoy the musical stylings of Ty Tabor, then what you do is, you know, you put the neck and middle on. But then with the preamp on, so that's pretty... Yeah, just that on there. I'll let you hear it without my vocal mic. Just fat, like it's so fat sounding. You just have that preamp in the circuit and it takes out that annoying high squawk when you use a lot of gain with a single coil pickup. Rem, mate, how are you? Have I tried the trem claw? I haven't, man. We started moving at the end of last year, so it is somewhere in here. Thank you for reminding me. I should dig it out and chuck it on. Zach, no Atmos yet. Just sat in on a few sessions. It seems like everyone just kind of wings it. There aren't the standards that there are with stereo mixers. Yeah, the old Wild West era. I think from what I've heard, Dweezil's got a pretty happening Atmos setup where he's doing a bunch of stuff. Hey, sorry to pivot between different people. How is that guitar that I played that you bought in going, Remco? I don't want to spoil what it is, but the old headless squiggly thing, that was cool. That was very cool. What happened to your old studio? You've just tuned in. Yeah, we moved. So I'm trying to move all my stuff in here and got a long way to go. It's still a brick box with some white paint on the walls, but I have guitars on the walls and stuff in here, so it's very enjoyable being able to get up in the morning, make a coffee, and come in here and get some work done. So yeah, that's why it's different. It's actually really nice being in a much smaller space. You know, the cats can be out there doing their thing, and I can be in here doing my thing. They don't have to be punished by all the loud guitar noises, and I also don't have to worry about them just crawling over everything when I'm trying to work. So, Ben, you will end up looking like Zach. Brett, he already does. Ah, hey, camera, it would be like sweet if you came back on. Man, how is this for just fun technical difficulties today? Come on, where's the camera? Let's see. There we go. We should be back. You're in the stream with audio only. Fantastic. Who's having a good time listening to my voice only on here? What a fun time. Please don't tell me I need to rejoin this. This is really annoying. I see spots. Can anyone still hear me? Oh, this is so annoying. Nah, just... this is what we do, hey? Da 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 da. Thanks to the magic of television. Rip some Garrison Keeler. Well, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. Scott, hey man, yeah, we're here. I'll probably hang out for like another 10. I've got to go and do some teaching. But while you got me, ask me questions. I'll make weird guitar noises. While we're talking about the Tyler, it obviously does this thing so well too. The magic. Improv over some news. Wait, while we're going. Actually, I got a good one for you, Ben. If you want some Enya, let's do a bit of this. So, how's everybody doing out there? Oh, Timmy, Murphy Lab on the Plek for a scan. You don't have to tell everybody about it, but I'll please send me some photos. I would love to know more. Yes, you do spy a Hamer there, Scott. How do you like the Rockman in the VP4? The Rock Guy compressor in the new firmware, you put it on, turn the tone up, it sounds pretty bang on with clean too. I've done a couple of Rockman style presets for it as well. I think it sounds pretty good. I don't know if I've unleashed this upon the all-suffering public. Where on earth? So I did a Rockman tone match, but without using a tone match block. So it's, what is it? It's you need an amp block in there, cool. But, you know, this thing. Which is pretty cool. It's like a plexi into a parametric EQ. Sort of does the thing. Obviously, plugging into a pedal and pressing a button and having the magic come out of it is pretty satisfying as well. What was I going to say? Yes, Hamer and Tim, because you're in the stream. I must compliment you for this refret on here. So, this is a Californian Elite. I think it's a 1990, so a USA one. Man, these were good guitars. But there we go. So I bought this in 2012 from a guitar store in Fort Worth in Texas. It was hanging up on the wall, like as you walk in behind, like on the back wall. I think I paid maybe $600 for it at the time. So deal of a lifetime. It's pretty beaten up. There's a bunch of like, you know, wear on the neck and things like that, and now on the headstock. But yeah, so had this. Oh man, these frets are so big and chunky. So jumbo stainless refret. Tim's in the chat at the moment. Absolute mad dog. And this guitar went from kind of unplayable to sounding very, very good. It had a Charlotte Floyd on it, but I swapped out a Godot 1996T on there, which is definitely my favorite Floyd style thing. Pickups, I'm in two minds about. I found a set of EMGs that I forgot that I had the Zach set, so been toying with the idea of putting like an 81 or an 85 in here and an SA, but this is a Duncan distortion at the moment. It sounds pretty cool. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So Ethan Brosh, hey man, how are you? Seen the ISP Theater Pro with presets I made for it over 10 years ago. It's awesome hearing you playing through it. Thanks, man. I remember when that unit came out and hearing your presets and really enjoying them. So what a small world we're in. You know, I still get like, ooh, there's somebody I know from the internet. So yeah, what are you up to these days, Ethan? Yeah, man, where's Scott? Yeah, crazy. I was sort of like, oh, that's a Hamer Californian. I've always wanted one of those. This is basically my favorite Super Strat design. And yeah, they sort of didn't have a price on it. And the dude working there was my age and he was pretty cool. He was like, look, man, we can do this. And I was like, yep, I will get the cash right now and do it. And I remember taking the neck off and putting it and the body in a really small box and shipping it home. And then like hanging out and waiting to get home and put it back together. So yeah, it had a Charlotte Floyd on it, which I didn't love. But yeah, distortion. Yeah, dude, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I want to swap out what's going on here just because, you know, it is kind of thrash metal city. It's also like I just get big. I know he didn't play a Hamer, but it gives me the Chris Oliva vibe. 27 frets. Great idea. Painkiller, yes. We got some Sava fans in here. Mike Goodwin bought the JTG. Sick, man. What color did you get? They're very, very fun. Ethan, I still tour with Fifth Angel and getting close to finishing my 4th album. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. What are you... Sorry, this is turning into an impromptu interview. But, if people haven't checked out Ethan's playing, Ethan's very good at the sort of things that people who watch this channel like. So I would recommend checking it out. Purple Green, yeah, man. Nice. Like the Jim Burst style thing. Very nearly got that one. PB Herman, we got some amateur... I struggle to reliably get pinch harmonics on the low E string. Step 1, use more gain. What you can practice is... and you're not going to get the harmonic, but if you really choke the pick, so you basically hold the pick... This is a strange thing, right? Like, so there's no pick hanging out. I mean, that looks dumb. but then you practice playing like that. So you basically practice picking with, making yourself hit it with the nail. And then you just stick the pick out a tiny amount. So basically you're practicing chords with that, like really, really raking the thumb. And then I also find, like, if you kind of give your thumb a little flex in. It also depends on the guitar, and the scale length, right? You sort of have to adjust. So, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. But if you've got a guitar that's well set up, this one, I mean, you wouldn't look at this and think this is going to be like a pinch harmonic machine, right? But so yeah, Brian, I was just going to say, but Brian's got it. So if you experiment where you are on the string, because the key word is harmonic, right? Man, this thing sounds ridiculous. Ah, so good. Let me just check the tuning real quick. I'm going to bounce in about 2 minutes as well. So if anyone's got a last question, and I might return a little later on once I've done what I need to do. Yeah, but so PV Herman, such an amazing username. Get that. And then you can do. You don't need a Floyd Rose, kids. Yeah, it's it's very guitar specific for me. There's some guitars which just do it a lot easier than others. Also, having fresh strings and fresh picks helps, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, man, the Psych Master. Also, the where's Scott? Is he still in here? That whole the Randy thing where you like you shape the string there. Yes, and behind the tailpiece, the Ted. Great. Should great content be free? No, Leon, thank you for the great content. Thanks, Plexico. Love it, man. Someone has been saying as well, the gold plate reverb is now on the FM3. Yes, and it sounds fantastic. I'm running the gold plate at the moment. It's a good one. I'm going to turn it up, actually. Let's go to... All right, somebody asked for some bad boys. I have to split. I will actually jump back on in 30 minutes and answer a few more questions. So until then... Man, John Sykes was so good. It makes me a little bit grim to know that we're not going to hear any new music from him. So, Nick, it is a beta release. Beta, as we say down here, Nick. So, all right. I'll be back in 30 minutes, everybody. Be well. And think of some things you want to ask me. I'll be right back.